Did you know that most problems in relationships can't actually be solved? That's right, they're unsolvable. But here's the good news, this doesn't mean your relationship is doomed. In fact, happy couples know the secret. It's not about eliminating problems, it's about learning to live with them. Think about it, your partner is messy and you're super tidy. No matter how many times you argue, those drawers will still end up messy. The real issue isn't fixing the drawer, it's learning how to live with each other's differences. Today, we're diving deep into why most relationship problems stick around no matter what and how you can transform your approach for a happier, healthier partnership. Let's start with the science behind why so many relationship problems just won't budge. According to renowned psychologist John Gottman, about 69% of conflicts in relationships come from personality or value differences. That's right, almost 7 out of 10 arguments are rooted in who you are at your core, not just surface level disagreements. Picture it, you're extroverted and thrive off social gatherings while your partner is introverted and refuels by staying home. Or maybe you love adventure, chasing new experiences, while your partner finds comfort in routine and predictability. These things rarely change, no matter how much you talk about them or how many fights you have. You might say, "Come on, let's go out and have fun," but your partner feels at peace staying home. That's not something you can just erase. And here's the twist, those differences can actually make your relationship richer. It's like having a recipe with sweet and salty. The contrast is what makes the flavor pop. When you accept that certain differences are here to stay, you open the doors to real intimacy and connection. Instead of fighting a never-ending battle to change each other, you can focus on building a life together that honors both personalities. Now, let's talk about the wrong expectation that trips up so many couples. The idea that you're supposed to end all arguments. We grow up thinking that the perfect relationship is one where nobody fights, where everything is smooth. But that's not realistic. The real key isn't whether you argue, it's how you argue. Conflict is inevitable. It happens when two people with different backgrounds, dreams, quirks, and habits try to build a life together. But the way you handle those disagreements determines whether your relationship grows stronger or weaker. If you're shouting and slamming doors, the fight leaves scars. But if you say, "We see things differently, let's talk," that disagreement can actually strengthen your bond. Arguments aren't just about solving problems, they're about understanding each other. When you shift your mindset from "we have to stop fighting" to "let's learn how to fight well," you unlock a whole new level of connection. So, what do you do when you realize that most problems aren't going anywhere? You need strategies to manage them, not solve them. Let's explore some practical ways to do this. First, accept the differences. Saying, "This is who you are and this is who I am," isn't giving up. It's the first step toward living together in harmony. It's about acknowledging that your partner's quirks aren't a personal attack. They're simply part of their makeup. Maybe you go to bed early and your partner stays up late. Instead of battling over bedtime, you can make sure you share breakfast together. You're respecting each other's rhythms while still finding moments to connect. Second, find common ground. Turn your differences into opportunities for compromise. Maybe you want the beach for vacation and your partner wants the mountains. Instead of arguing over who wins, look for creative solutions. How about taking a hike by the coast? You get the adventure, they get the peace, and you both get memories. Compromise isn't about losing, it's about creating new options where both people feel seen and valued. Let's bring this to life with a real story. Imagine a couple. One is super punctual, always 5 minutes early, never late. The other, perpetually running behind no matter how hard they try. The punctual one gets frustrated every single time, feeling disrespected and ignored. Arguments flare up over and over, but eventually they realize it's not personal, it's just how their partner operates. It's not a character flaw, it's a habit. So, what do? Plan to meet 15 minutes earlier than needed. That small adjustment prevents big arguments and the frustration melts away. You won't fix this by fighting, but you can manage it with a little flexibility. Now, let's talk about making arguments healthier. This is where the magic happens. The goal isn't to stop disagreeing, it's to disagree with respect and empathy. First, speak with respect. Words have power. Instead of saying, "You always do this," which sounds accusatory and can make your partner feel attacked, try, "When this happens, I feel." This simple shift turns blame into vulnerability, opening the door for your partner to understand your perspective without feeling defensive. It's no longer about who's right or wrong, it's about how you both feel and what you both need. Second, use humor. Relationships are hard, but laughter lightens the load. Maybe your partner's messiness drives you crazy, but instead of nagging, you joke, "Your messiness is like modern art. I've decided to just appreciate it." Humor can turn a potential fight into a moment of connection, reminding you that you're on the same team. It's not about dismissing your feelings, it's about finding a playful way to navigate the everyday bumps without letting them grow into mountains. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? You can't erase every problem in your relationship, but you can manage them. And that's the real secret happy couples share, choosing understanding over winning. It's not about fixing every quirk or changing your partner into someone else. It's about building a partnership that honors both people, differences, and all. Let's recap the process. Step 1. Recognize that most relationship problems are ongoing, rooted in deep differences. Step 2. Accept those differences and stop trying to change your partner. Step 3. Compromise wherever you can, finding creative ways to blend your preferences. Step 4. Make arguments healthier by speaking with respect and sprinkling in humor. And finally, remember that happiness in relationships isn't the result of a problem-free life. It's about how you handle the challenges together. Here's the motivational piece. You are not alone. Every couple faces unsolvable problems. The ones who thrive aren't perfect. They're just willing to grow, adapt, and support each other through the messiness of real life. Your relationship isn't supposed to be flawless. It's supposed to be resilient. When you shift your mindset from "we must fix every problem" to "let's build a life together even with our differences," you unlock the joy and security that comes from true partnership. And when things get tough, remind yourself you are choosing to be together. Every day, you're making the decision to love your partner as they are, not as you wish they'd be. That choice is powerful. It's what keeps couples together through ups and downs, through years and decades. It's what turns ordinary relationships into extraordinary ones. If you enjoyed this and want more honest, practical relationship advice, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Because in the next ones, we're diving into jealousy, trust, and even the biggest mistakes people make when flirting. Stick around, we're in this together. Let's go a bit deeper, addressing some of the most common unsolvable problems couples face and how to navigate them day by day. First up, differences in communication style. Maybe you are someone who likes to talk out every issue, while your partner prefers quiet reflection or needs time to process before discussing. This mismatch can lead to feelings of frustration. One wants answers now, the other needs space. Instead of pushing for immediate solutions, Try saying, I know you need time to think and I need to talk. How can we meet in the middle? Sometimes scheduling a time to discuss later can help both people feel respected. Next, consider money habits. Financial issues are a classic source of conflict. One person saves every penny, the other spends freely. These habits often stem from upbringing or personal values, and they're not likely to change overnight. Instead of constant arguments about spending, set up a budget together that allows for both saving and a little fun. Maybe agree on a limit for impulse purchases or set aside a fun money fund each month. When you turn the problem into a shared project, it becomes less about right versus wrong and more about teamwork. Then there's the issue of family relationships. Maybe you're close to your parents and your partner feels distant from theirs, or vice versa. Holidays, family gatherings, and traditions can all become battlegrounds. The key here is empathy. Ask each other what feels important and try to honor both perspectives. Maybe you split holidays or create new traditions that blend both families. The goal isn't perfect harmony, it's respect and effort. Sexual differences can also be unsolvable. Desire levels, preferences, and comfort zones vary widely. Instead of pushing for change, focus on communication. Talk openly about needs and boundaries, and look for ways to meet in the middle. Sometimes, scheduling intimate time or exploring new ways of connecting can help. Remember, it's not about fixing your partner, it's about building intimacy, even when your needs don't perfectly align. Parenting styles often differ too. One parent may be strict, the other more laid back. These differences can cause tension, especially when kids test boundaries. Instead of undermining each other, try to present a united front. Discuss your values and goals and agree on where flexibility is possible. Kids benefit from seeing their parents work together, even when they don't agree on everything. Let's revisit the idea of humor one more time. In long-term relationships, being able to laugh at yourselves is a superpower. Maybe your partner always forgets where they put their keys and it drives you nuts. Instead of snapping, turn it into a game. Hide a spare key for them or create a funny key finding ritual. Laughter brings you closer and helps you remember that you're both human. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. When you argue, focus on the issue, not the person. Say, I love you, but I'm frustrated by this situation, instead of, you're always messing up. Remember that criticism and contempt break connection, while kindness and validation build it. Every time you choose respect, you're investing in your relationship's future. So, what do you actually do when you hit an unsolvable problem? Start by naming it. Say, I think this is one of those things we may never fully fix. That simple acknowledgement can relieve pressure and open up honest conversation. Then, ask, how do we want to handle this? Maybe you create a plan, set boundaries, or simply agree to disagree. The important thing is that you're both aware, both involved, and both committed to making it work. Over time, you'll find that these unsolvable problems aren't barriers, they're opportunities. They force you to grow, stretch, and learn new ways of loving each other. They teach you patience, flexibility, and creativity. And most importantly, they remind you that relationships are about two whole people choosing to build something beautiful together, not two perfect people fitting together without effort. Let's end on a note of hope. If you're struggling with issues that never seem to go away, you're not failing. You're doing exactly what every couple does, learning to live with difference. Happy couples aren't the ones without problems. They're the ones who treat each other with kindness, who compromise, who laugh, and who keep choosing each other every single day. Remember, you're not alone in this. every great relationship is built on the foundation of acceptance, creativity, and love. The secret isn't to fix everything, it's to appreciate what you have, even when it's messy. So embrace the quirks, celebrate the differences, and keep building your partnership one day at a time. If this resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll be tackling jealousy, trust, flirting mistakes, and all the things no one tells you about love. Stick around, we're in this together, and your relationship journey matters. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.